So my previous video before this was a screen captured video of like a picture of a dog who had just had surgery or something like that somehow appeared on my phone out of nowhere. And it was acting as if like I had taken the photograph. And then I started to think about like having our phones hijacked, basically, and content being added to our phones under the guise of like acting like we had done something we hadn't. You understand? Like, imagine crime scene photos magically appeared on your phone, and then like suddenly getting confiscated, and like basically your phone holding the evidence saying that you had been at this place at this time and that your device had been tracking these things, you know? Like, I wasn't up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I certainly don't know who that dog is. That certainly isn't my feet, and it makes no sense how it got on my telephone. And then I started going into this, like, nearly delusional state of thinking, right? Like, imagining, like, doing this to people, and then having people literally question their existence. Like, if I put it in my point of view, I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, was I present for some lady's dog operation and I just don't remember? Or is there like some type of quantum mechanics thing going on where I'm existing in two different realities like at the same time? You know what I mean? Like imagine going through your photos and then not remembering that you had that experience. And then like completely disassociating and like not being able to tell what's real, right? Like, all these thoughts came from just these two pictures randomly appearing on my phone. And I want to say 3 pictures. Like, I don't remember saving that DMT photograph to my phone. However, I did find it interesting, so I did go ahead and post it on Instagram. However, like, again, like, these things that have appeared on my phone are freaking me out. Like, there's a lock on my phone. There's no way anybody could have, like, did this. None of this makes sense. And it especially didn't make sense, like, with the time that I was on there. Like, if I accidentally saved a picture, like, that would make sense. But, like, nothing's adding up, okay? And just, I found it a little freaky. And I know there's not really anybody who's gonna believe me. However, these are just some things that were coming up in my meditation that I thought would be beneficial to, like, just make you think about, you know what I mean? How easy it would be to, like, upload content to your phone and then frame you in some type of way. Like, for me, those pictures were really disturbing, you know what I mean? Like, A, yes, how did it appear on my phone? But 2, like, God, I'm an empath, you know? So this poor dog is having, like, neck surgery. Who knows what it is? It was kind of disgusting. It was kind of sad. And it's pretty authentic, right? Like, that's a real life scenario. Somewhere in the world, somebody's dog is going through that. But it was just really traumatic, again, for me. Like, I don't know who this is. I don't know whose toes those were. Like, none of it makes sense how it ended up on my telephone. And I'm shook. I'm shook by the experience. And I don't know. I've been recently called to write a lot more. So I've been attempting to write things down before, like, chanting them and sharing them. My books are getting a little disorganized. I'm bouncing around all over the place. And it's just gonna take a little bit of time to get myself situated fully. And I do believe it's been most magical and interesting. There's so much to learn and so much to re-review. So I'll probably be going over my notes again and again. And it would be nice if, like, I had maybe a new book that was more organized. However, all I can do is hold space and to practice and to continue going within. I have recently added some things to my Amazon wish list. And one of those things is totally a squatty potty. And no, I don't want a makeshift do-it-yourself at-home version of this thing. I have worked with a few of these squatty potties, and I have spent some time researching what size and height and everything that I'm interested in. And I have taken the time to add one of those to my Amazon wish list. Along with the top item on my wish list, please always know that the top item on my wish list is the most desired item. I am also interested in cash at this point for any of those interested in sending contributions for my birthday or Valentine's Day or whenever you feel called to basically contribute. And I'm imagining cash is best to assist with the reimbursement of all of the cash I have been dispensing towards the investment of this education and working with all of these different healers, gurus, teachers, and you could call them ascended masters. I've just been beyond blessed to have my experiences, and this is the energy I'm putting out into the universe with the intention of receiving what I'm calling out and speaking with my word and my intention. And I am very tired, so I will be taking a great amount of time to rest my mind and my body, and to rejuvenate as much as I can. And coming out of this cocoon, you could say, it's just going to be an intimate process. So I do thank you for your patience, your grace, your reverence, and those of you who have been contributing and a part of Team Trina Mason and my fans only. You guys are pure magic. Sometimes it's hard to keep going, and then I have my cheerleaders that are there for me, and it's very, very helpful. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Ho'oponopono. Jabagwan. Namaste.